Okay guys, today's the day that we're leaving, and I thought I'd put the table back together so you guys could see in our room, like this is how it was when we came in. And then this bed, well, it's still a bed, it's like 4 in the morning. This bed was just folded up. Like if you look at my video of the 4-bedroom, the 4-bed cabin that the boys are staying in, you can see how this bed like is folded up against the wall, so you like can just sit in here, and you can even just use this bed if you were just one person, and then fold it up and fold it down, or whatever. But also we figured out how to like keep the door unlocked. If you like do this, it won't unlock, but if you pop that down, I'm sorry, so then like if you unlock it, it won't unlock, but you have to like pop the handle down to pop this out, and then you can open it from the outside without the key. But otherwise, like this, you just have to use the key every time, and it won't actually unlock. They give you 2 keys if you want for the room, but Willow and I and the boys too decided to keep one of our keys with the purser. So then if you lock yourself in, you can go to the purser and get the spare key and then get yourself out, which did happen to us, to me and Willow. So we're glad that we did that. But today's the day we're leaving. Like I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. We're supposed to be in Juneau and dock at like 5:30. So I just want to get like everything ready. I already took a few things out to the car at our last stop when we stopped in Petersburg. So I just have a few things of Willow's that we need to load in the car from our room. My final thoughts on this ferry: it was a cheap and expensive way to get here, to get our cars here. It was cheaper than flying and shipping our cars. This ferry is definitely well loved. Some of the furniture and stuff was not ideal, but it's functional and it worked. It's very cold on the ferry, so I pretty much wore my jacket like the entire time, but in the summertime it probably wouldn't be so bad. We spent a lot of time up in the solarium because it was warmer up there. Interestingly, when we left Ketchikan, they made an announcement about like safety precautions like you would hear in a plane or whatever, but and like the only plugins that we have are like on the end of the lights also, just FYI. So there's just like 2 plugins in here. But when we left Bellingham, they never made an announcement like that, so it was like, oh, you just like wanted us to die when we left Bellingham. But I felt safe. There was a safety thing that I had read, and I should show you the life jackets for us are under here. This thing's kind of heavy, but so there's 2 life vests in here for us, but there's also like life vests like everywhere in the whole building. So I never felt like I wouldn't have a life vest if I needed one. There's signs everywhere of where to go, and like what kind. This tells you like what the 2 different alarms are and what you should do. But the lady, when we left Ketchikan, she went over this like you would in an airplane, but they didn't do that when we left Bellingham. So I don't know if they probably were supposed to, and I don't know what happened, but anyway, would I do it again? Yeah, I would. The food was good in the cafeteria. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like super expensive either. I mean, it was just like eating out at a fast food place or something, about that same cost. I mean, it was boring because it was very foggy out, so there's like nothing to do, and nothing to see because it was so foggy, like couldn't see anything. So I would rather do it in the summertime where I could have been like out on the deck and like watching stuff, and the weather might have been better. But as far as functionality and cost, it was worth it, and I'm glad we came. Oh, also I should mention, like, I didn't realize until like halfway through the first day that we have like our own thermostat. It was set all the way to off, so it was like really freezing in here, but once I turned it on, it was much better in here. So I actually turned it up to like 68 or whatever, and we had to turn it down because it got pretty warm in here. But yeah, so I mean, it was definitely an experience, definitely a learning curve, but it was fun, and I would do it again. I would probably rather fly. I would probably rather maybe drive the through Canada and see some nice sights, but obviously that was not possible in the middle of winter. So so overall, it was a good experience.